The Final Price. Abraham Lincoln's Last Night. The Civil War was officially over, but victory felt strangely heavy. For 4 years, Abraham Lincoln had been a man at war, not just with the Confederacy, but with his own grief. He had visited the blood-soaked battlefields of Gettysburg, walked through the hospitals of Washington, and carried the faces of every fallen soldier in his mind. Now, the cannons had stopped, the smoke had cleared, but as Lincoln walked through the streets of D.C., he didn't feel like a hero. He felt like a man whose soul had been worn thin by the tragedy of millions. He had saved the Union, yes, but at the cost of his own peace of mind. April 14th, 1865. The sun rose on a different America. Yet Lincoln felt the same old shadows. That afternoon, he sat with his wife, Mary, talking not about politics or the war, but about the future, about traveling to the Holy Land, about living a quiet life, about finally being just a man, not a president. For the first time in 4 years, the broken Lincoln of the log cabin days actually dared to smile. He told her, "We must both be more cheerful in the future." He was finally allowing himself to hope. That evening, as he headed to Ford's Theater, the burden of the presidency seemed to lift, just for a few precious hours. The theater was bright, filled with the warmth of laughter and music. The play was a comedy, and for once, Lincoln was just enjoying the show. He leaned back in his box, his hand resting in Mary's. He was human. He was vulnerable. He was happy. And then, the world stopped. A sudden, sharp crack echoed through the building, a sound so out of place that for a split second, nobody understood. A single bullet. A scream that pierced the night. In that heartbeat, the man who had risen from nothing to save a nation was gone. The chaos that followed wasn't just panic. It was the sound of a country losing its father. They took his life, but they couldn't kill the truth of his journey. From a penniless boy in the frozen woods of Kentucky to the man who signed the Emancipation Proclamation, Lincoln's life wasn't a fairy tale. It was a fight. He failed in business. He lost his love. He suffered from clinical depression. He lost almost every election he ever entered. Yet, he never bowed down. He shows us that greatness isn't about being perfect. It's about having the courage to get back up after every single defeat. The story of Abraham Lincoln is the story of human resilience. It reminds us that your struggles today are just building the foundation for the man or woman you are meant to become. If this 3-part series on the real, untold life of Lincoln changed the way you see failure and success, subscribe to Mr. Noor Data Hub right now. We're just getting started with our next deep dive series into the lives of the people who truly shaped our world. Don't miss what's coming next. Hit that subscribe button, and let's keep uncovering the truth together.